I believe you know Agent Delaney from the American CID.
Yeah, we've come into contact once.
Briefly, it was a completely different matter.
Oh, Renee. If you wanted to talk, why didn't you come by the barge?
This is French police business, Mr. McLeod.
Oh, please. You can call me Duncan.
It is always difficult in episodic television to have your hero meet and hang out with women who we all think he belongs to be with. And especially after we had started the series off with such an extraordinary relationship with Tessa, when she went away, it was never easy to find somebody that the audience would enjoy him being with on whatever level.
Look, I know you're one of the good guys. Just give me a hand here. You know I wouldn't screw you. I didn't mean, not that I do this around you.
It's okay.
So when we ran into Agent Delaney, from the first little teasing moments that they had in the first episode they were together.
Would you know, do the guy thing?
Do the guy thing?
Yeah, help my engine.
There was always kind of an attraction, certainly more on her part. But he was kind of interested because she was a little goofy, she was kind of funny, she was sweet. You know, you had a feeling that sometimes you'd have to make sure she didn't trip down the stairs.
You changed a bit.
You noticed.
Yeah. Yeah, cut your hair.
Cut my hair.
Nice new clothes.
This is an FBI agent. I mean, FBI agents are not like the people on Law and Order. So for her to run into McLeod, this really hunky, handsome, nice, funny, interesting, something going on behind the eyes guy who has apparently traveled all around the world, speaks languages, is incredibly sophisticated and wonderful, and seems to like her, it's kind of a lot for her to handle.
Duncan, I have this thing for you. It's chemical, I think, and I spent the last few nights trying to think of 100 reasons why we shouldn't go to bed, but...
And when they got to Paris, she gradually let her, inhibitions go away entirely, and she's ready to make the move on him, and he...
Duncan?
Slips away.
Double Jeopardy was a lot of fun. It was a remarkable experience. It's unusual for a series to have episodes, on the other side of an ocean. And I'd been to Paris before. I spent a fair amount of time there, and I speak enough French that I can get by as a Canadian, because we all do that, right? Because nobody speaks French. And I'll start that again. And I love French people, love French food and all of that. And I love the city. It's an incredible place. I remember I was having a conversation with one of the other series directors. And he said to me while we were there, he said, there's probably not one thing in the world, not one situation that a person can be in that's better than to be a working director in Paris.
Pretty, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I thought, you know what, you're right. There are very few things in this world that are better than that. So for me, it was like an incomparable gift to go and just shoot there. And it's true. I mean, we were treated so well, and everybody's excited, and people in Paris are excited anyway all the time about everything, about lunch, right?
I haven't eaten on a boat since I was a child. This is a great idea, Duncan.
Yeah, well, there's more to life than just work.
Obviously, it was a lot different. It's much different working there than it is working in America. The attitude towards work is different, and there's some translation of ideas, that's for sure. Here's an interesting cultural difference. Working in America, if I say to the first AD, we've agreed that after lunch, our first shot up is going to be looking that way down the river, so we're going to take all those production vehicles and put them over there. I don't even have to tell him, but if I think maybe I should remind him, or if there's been a change, I'll tell him it's done. Like midway through the morning, as soon as we're not, needing those vehicles anymore, they're all there. So by the time we get finished with lunch, the camera's already set up, we're looking that way, it's done. In Paris, it doesn't work that way. You tell the AD that that's what's going to happen, he'll go tell everybody else, and they'll do it or they won't do it. It just, things happen 'cause. Now, I noticed with other directors that the way you get stuff to happen is you scream a lot. And I noticed that people would shout a lot to each other. Now, that's kind of this Gallic thing, like, you know, Canadians are so terminally polite. There's this old joke, how you get a Canadian to apologize is you hit them. And that's pretty much the way that it is. We're so polite. So I would really never scream at anybody. But kind of, I got the sense that people were waiting for me to yell at them to do stuff. So it was a bit of a difficulty. I remember there's one particular situation where we needed the horse that belongs to one of the characters, and he rides a black horse, he's evil. I called for the horse, you know, in 2 or 3 shots down the road, because you plan ahead, because you don't want to stop, right? And they said, fine, it'll happen. So time came to do the shot, out comes a white horse. And we go, what? His horse is black. Then, oh yeah, but this one was closer to being ready. And I went, I guess. What? Spray paint? So yeah, working in Paris was a trip. Any place that you've got those kinds of icons, like the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, Trocadero, the Seine, the Bateau Mouche, all that stuff, it's just incredible. The crew would frequently smirk when I'd request that we'd stage a scene against the Eiffel Tower. It's like, oh, you Americans, you think all there is to Paris is the Eiffel Tower. My answer would be, well, should we make it look like Boise, Idaho? I mean, there are lots of places in Paris that look like Boise, Idaho, right? But the thing that looks like Paris is the Seine, Trocadero, Arc de Triomphe, the Tour Eiffel, all that. That's what you shoot. So I kind of held out for that, so the episode looks like we actually shot it in Paris.
Oh, hell.
Double Jeopardy has kind of a checkered broadcast history. It was the lost episode of Highlander for a while. Toward the end of filming season 4, we got the word that the budget was going to be cut for season 5, and instead of our usual 22 episodes, we'd only be able to film 18. And after a great deal of consultation, what we decided to do was, instead of having a season of 22 episodes and following it the next year with a season of 18, we would pull 2 episodes from season 4 and save them for season 5, so it would be 2 years of 20 episodes each. One of the episodes that was moved was a season finale, 1 minute to midnight, so instead of having the season finale spread over 2 weeks, we aired the first part and we had a summer-long cliffhanger, and you didn't get the second half until the next season. And the other episode that was moved was Double Jeopardy, because it was a freestanding episode. It wasn't really connected to any of the ongoing storylines, and it didn't need to air in a particular order, so it was saved and it aired during the Paris section of season 5, even though it had been filmed with season 4.